All right, let me see. All right, everybody. So what we're going to be working on this week is we're going to be learning about something called chords, as well as the numbers in our major scale. So last time we learned how to play a major scale in the key of C, right? Which we said was whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, right? So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna understand that we played 7 notes, and we're gonna basically just go through and basically say each one of those notes has a number with it. So there are 7 notes in a scale, like I said, right? So in the key of C, C is our first note. Then we did our whole step, right? We went to D, that's gonna be our second note. So we could call that the 2, right? Then we're gonna go to E, and that's the 3. Remember, it's all white keys, right? So we can keep it simple for now. Then we're gonna go to the F, which is the 4. Then our 5th note is the G. Then our 6th note is the A. Our 7th note is gonna be the B. And then we're back to 1. Our 8th note is just the 1, right? Like I said, there's just 7 notes we're counting. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So why does that matter? Well, let's say you want to write a bass line and you want to just come up with some random numbers, or you're communicating with people. And let's say we're jamming in a progression and we say, oh, we're jamming on 3, 2, 4, right? So we could, in the key of C. So we'd say, all right, key of C, it's all the white keys, right? Here's my 1. And someone says, all right, we'll go to the 3. We go 1, 2, 3. All right, so 3. And someone says 2, right? We go backwards, right? 2. And then someone says 4, right? Right there, you start a progression. 3, 2, 4, right? Right? You can write up progressions, literally coming up with numbers from 1 to 7. You can go, I want to do 6, 2, 7, 4, right? You know, you can, and then you go and you find these notes, right? 6, 2, 7, 4. That's gonna be a weird one, but we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, right? And then here's my 1, right? So here 2, and then 7, and then 4. Right, you can be making simple bass lines just by knowing the numbers, okay? So once again, to recap, there's 7 numbers in a scale. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? And then back to 1. And that's just for, right, like that's for our major scale, right? So this is all in the key of C, like I said. All right, so now what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna learn about something called chords. So in English, right, our letters, if we put them together, we get words, right? In music, our notes, these individual notes, right? If we put them together, we get something called a chord. Okay? So to make a major chord, we take those numbers that we just talked about, right? It's the 1, the 3, and the 5. All right, in your major scale, and you play them together. All right, now the normal way to play it, you can play it any which way you want, as far as, you know, whatever, however was easiest for you. But the technique they tell you, you know, quote unquote, is your thumb, middle finger, and then pinky, and arch it up like you're holding a ball. All right, because that's gonna allow you to kind of move your hands around quickly. All right, but once again, it's the 1, 3, 5. Easier to see might be that. All right, as far as showing you what the notes are. And the notes that we're playing there are C, E, and G. That's our major scale, or major chord in C, right? To make it a minor chord, so major often sounds a little bit happier, right? When a song's in major, it's kind of like, right? Kind of a little bit more of a positive vibe, right? Now, if I want to make it a minor, all I have to do is take the 3, which is here, not the 3rd note I'm playing, but the 3, right? We're talking in numbers now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're playing a 1, 3, 5, right? I'm gonna take the 3, the 3rd note, right? The 3, and I'm gonna flat it, which means if we sharp something, we go to the next possible note above. If we flat it, we go to the next possible note below. So that is now a minor. So when we're trying to figure out if something's a major or minor chord, a minor chord is going to have 2 notes in between, right? Boom, boom. A major chord is going to have 3 notes in between, okay? Boom, 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 right? So C minor, see the 2 notes in between. C major, see the 3 notes in between, okay? All right, so that is how to make a major and minor chord, as well as the numbers that we just went through for a scale. So to recap real quick, there are 7 notes in a scale, and they each have a number assigned to them, right, based on whatever the starting note is. So if we're in the key of C and we're starting on C, here's C, and then every note above it that's in our scale is going to be the next number, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And those numbers, we can put them in orders, right? 3, 2, 6, 4, right? Those kind of things. And we can make songs out of them, progressions out of them, literally just by coming up with groupings of numbers. And then we can also make chords out of the scale, right? Using our 1, 3, 5, right? The first 1, 3, and 5 of the major scale, or the 1, 3, 5, but the third is flatted. And once again, a major chord has 3 notes in between the first and second note that we're playing, right? And a minor chord has 2 notes. Okay? All right, so next time we're gonna get into some different keys, because it'd be really boring if we were just playing just happy chords, right? We get a little bit bored. All right, so we're gonna be learning about different keys next class.